Hey, what is going on, you guys? AK40 Kevin here, and today is part 2 of our Xbox One X build series. So last time, if you remember, I showed you a couple inexpensive and damn near mandatory accessories that you should get. We're going to take it a step further today. What we're going to be doing is installing this vinyl kit that's going to completely change the look of our Xbox. As you see, everything's pre-cut. They do have 2 controller skins in there as well. However, my controllers are already fully customized and everything, so it's not like I am going to put these on there. But I probably will find another use for these because they are a really cool design. There are several, I would say hundreds of designs on Amazon. I found this green hex pattern, which I thought goes really well with the lime green Xbox theme. So we also have a sticker kit here. These are large, medium, and small. Smaller for the controllers, larger for the power button on the Xbox. I actually already have one installed. It's not illuminated, so you can't really tell what it does right now, but they are transparent, so when you are illuminated and turned on, when you're turned on, if you get it, see, like, this is one of the ones I have on Project Grunt, which if you haven't watched that controller build, I highly recommend it. We took a damn near broken piece of shit Xbox controller and turned it into this custom badass here, so that's what it's going to look like basically when it's fully illuminated. Obviously it's flashing since it's trying to pair to a console, it's not even plugged in, but these look really cool, and there's a ton of designs that come with this little $10 pack. So I will have links to all these parts in the description below. Next, I have this little $8 keyboard. I found the cheapest USB keyboard possible on Amazon that had reviews that said it wasn't a complete sack of trash, and it's this brand called Re with 2 I's. I've never heard of it, but it feels actually just like a normal keyboard. You know, you're not going to get any crazy RGB illumination or any, badass features, but hey, it's $8. And this is so we can plug it into the Xbox if we ever need to, type anything. Not to mention, later on in this build series, we are going to make a couple modifications that allow us to actually adapt a mouse and keyboard to be able to play console games with a mouse and keyboard, which is pretty sick. And then last but certainly not least, this is a dock that has multiple features, and it's going to add 3 USB 3.0 ports, which is great because we are going to be adding several accessories down the road in the build, and it's going to need extra ports to handle them. It also has 2 charging docks for controllers, so that if you're good with math, that is now 4 controllers that we can simultaneously charge and put on display. There's also fans built into this, which is going to keep our Xbox a whole hell of a lot cooler because we are going to be pushing the performance of this bad boy, and we don't want any extra heat in that bitch. Also, there's a little display for your games on the side. However, I have very few disc-based games. All my stuff are in the hard drive. I think I have maybe 3 or 4 titles that I actually have a case for, but you can always put some DVDs there, Blu-rays or whatever. So, alright guys, got you on the old tripod here so I can use all 10 of my digits. I'm gonna go ahead and crack into this bad boy and see what we can do. Shouldn't be too hard of an install. Everything's already pre-cut. You just pick or fucking peel and stick, basically. Sometimes you gotta get a little rough with her. So again, I'm not going to be using these because my controllers are already decked out with pimp juice, so we don't really need this fuckery, but hey, maybe I can gift them to somebody or I can find a second use for them. Alright. So, probably not going to use these because the console is already black, but here's some blacker stickers, I guess. They have cutouts, obviously, that you need to peel off for the ports and buttons and whatnot. Alright. So this is vinyl. It's not really like a sticker. Vinyl is like a very thick, more durable sticker, basically, that people actually wrap cars with and stuff. And, yeah. Okay, it looks like that's for the front. Yeah, that's for right there. Go ahead and put that on first. Alright. Leaves the old hole behind. Alright, my ass is going to be in your face for a minute. Hold on. Make sure you line her up nice and good like.
There it is, there it is. Okay. Looks pretty good. No, does it not? Oh boy. Oh, I don't want to have to fucking peel off and re-stick this too many times because it'll lose its adhesiveness.
Is that a word, adhesiveness?
Looks pretty good. I mean, this corner needs a little fucking adjustment, but ain't too bad. Ugh. Gross. Now, needs to go up a little bit. God damn it. I think it was better the first time. Fuck me sideways. Fuck me. Here we go. There it is.
Alright, cool.
Lit.
One down, 3 to go. This one's obviously for the bottom because it has cutouts for the little rubber pads, the little nose slit pads on the bottom. We'll do the bottom first because if I fuck that one up, nobody will see it. Nice clean peel and jerk motion.
Right. Ooh, that's some sticky, sticky, sticky shit. Line that bitch up. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, girl.
Camera may have died, guys. Anyway, I'm trying to get all these air bubbles out. If you guys have ever done vinyl wrap on anything before, you know if you don't do it just right, you get these air bubbles in here and it looks like a sack of dicks. So how to fix this is peel up on whichever side the air bubbles are on, and if you have like a squeegee or something, you can use that. However, I just use my hand and kind of flatten out, squeeze all the air out of there. And bam. Still a little air bubble right there, so we're just going to repeat the process until there is no air bubbles in there. Now keep in mind, you want to get it right in as few tries as possible, because each time you do that, your vinyl is losing its adhesive strength. So, something to keep in mind. But that looks pretty good. God, that looks kick-ass. So this thing's actually pretty cool. I just peeled off the protective film on here that blocks from fingerprints and whatnot. So whenever you press this button, it's going to turn on the 2 fans that are in here. So you don't always have to have them running, but if you're kind of overclocking your Xbox or running it, you know, a long session or something, probably a good idea to turn those on. Then you also have built-in charging for your controllers, which is, again, really kick-ass. And you have 3 additional USB ports, 3.0, I believe. Don't quote me on the 3.0 part, I have to read up on it first. And then also, I thought this was really cool. This actually pulls out for your games if you want to put DVDs or games here, but like I said, I don't have very many disc-based games, so I can just push that bad boy in. Well, there she is. That was the final product. The fan is actually on right now. It's very, very, very quiet. I think part of the reason is that they're not very powerful. They don't really kick out a lot of air, which isn't a huge deal because the Xbox already has really good internal cooling. At least the X model does. The S had some difficulties because it had the fan on the top, which is a numbnut design. So people used to block it all the time, and yeah, issues. But to turn your fan on and off, just hit this little button right here. Got your 3 USB ports there. Charge 2 controllers here, 2 more here. Got my solid state drive, or my 4 terabyte external drive back there, so I'll never run out of game space. And yeah, it just looks really badass. I really like this vinyl. And then I put the little sticker on there. Hopefully it'll... Oh, it's not really showing up very good. Darn. Man, it still ain't really showing up very good, but it's kind of like a green matrix code looking thing. Pretty sweet. Alright guys, that's all she wrote. This is part 2, and stay tuned because I got some really exciting things planned for part 3 and potentially a part 4 to make this pretty much a one-of-a-kind ultimate Xbox One X build. So that's kind of what we're going for, guys. These are also things that are pretty inexpensive and easy to install, so anybody can do them. I'll have links to all these parts and pieces and components in the description below, and if you guys are interested at all, we're going to make our Xbox One X's look like that.